What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video, and we're gonna watch this clip from the jump today and react to it, in which Paul Pierce, Richard Jefferson, and Rachel Nichols asked this question that I said that for most media outlets is super taboo to even ask, but they start saying, is the pathway that LaMelo took the new pathway to get to the NBA and to have the most amount of success? And if you've been watching this channel for a minute, you know how I feel about this.
With my dude, AB the Hero.
What's up?
We getting it down in the Ball State, baby.
Hey.
AB, way to get out on the lane. How you get out on the lane?
What do you thought about that, G?
I like that. Yeah, I told you, he's a hustler for it. Let's go. I'm out.
Alright, so one of the things that I have discussed so much on this channel is the reason why I feel like you're not getting the adequate or the satisfactory amount of media coverage for LaMelo Ball for kind of the rookie season that he's having, right? Especially being somebody who is kind of defying the odds and like really pushing and propelling a team that folks did not have many expectations to into a really bright spot. And so a lot of that coverage to me is because when you really promote LaMelo Ball, you're also promoting his journey, right? And there are stops in things that he has done in his basketball career that we see time and time again. Folks feel like we just can't even bring it up. We got to skip it over, right? So we already know it's a unique path, but we even got to leave out some of the things that are so unique because we don't want to inspire people to kind of take that same pathway. And in this video, they began to discuss that. And not in the way that I discuss it, but you know what I mean? The idea was like, shoot, should we be doing something else? Like the way that he's hooping is so good. So we'll watch that. And you know what, man, I've done so many videos, and I did a video specifically about this, and we in the last 30 days I think I dropped like 80 something videos, right? So I couldn't even find a video that I did over the topic and all of that stuff. And with all of that, I say that, man, y'all, appreciate y'all subbing to the channel, hit the notification bell. The channel has been growing and growing and growing, and legitimately we've been grinding as well. And the subs, we got to that 10,000 mark, we surpassed that, and I just really appreciate y'all for kind of rocking the boy in the channel and all of that good stuff. So in this clip that we're about to watch is the jump, and basically they're doing mid-season awards, and they saying like not projecting it out to the end of the season, but like if the season ended right now, who wins what? And overwhelmingly everybody is like LaMelo is the rookie of the year, like just wrap it up for the entire season already. But then they kind of get into some deeper conversation that I really want to kind of get into and talk on, and so let's watch this video.
He is next level. He is
next level.
box office. He is box office. There's only probably about
I like this right here.
10 to 12 people that you would pay to go see, that you would tune in to watch, and take hype away. LaMelo Ball is that guy.
This is why, and I gotta go back here, when the All-Star game jumps off and LaMelo's not in it, I'm like, yo, I don't understand it. You got Richard Jefferson, NBA champion, saying there's 10 to 12 guys. In the All-Star game, there's 20 dudes. You telling me that you're not gonna put the one of the dudes who box office in the All-Star game where you wanna see only box office players? Don't make sense to me. I'm off that high horse. Now we finna really get into the meat of this video.
In my opinion,
yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the path he took, though. You know, leaving high school. So, do more youngins take this path?
Boy, Paul, don't go down here, boy.
That is certainly true. Went outside the traditional, not just college, but outside the traditional high school route.
He's been playing pro ball since.
Yeah, if you've got a brother that's got millions of dollars to make sure everything is catered and okay for you, and all the trainers and all that other stuff.
Now, I will say that here's the difference, because I hear what Richard Jefferson is saying. So Paul Pierce presents this question: is this the new way to do it? And Richard is saying, yo, if you got a brother who got the money and can do all of this and make sure stuff is. Here's the thing: Darius Baisley left, decided not to go to college, and he went and got $1 million sponsorship deal with New Balance. And so there are creative ways for you to be able to put yourself in position, right? The kid who is the big man up in New York also decided not to go to college and found a trainer and got with a person, and they did that and set it off, right? And I can definitely vouch for you. Some of the stuff that was amazing that they put together with the JBA, right, which a lot of folks don't even give credit to his success, is something that you need some bread to be able to do. Travel around the world and do all of that stuff. But your boy like RJ Hampton, no millionaire brother who could send you overseas and do all of that. So some of it is true there, but the reality is, and what they do not want to give credit to is LeVar, because a lot of that training and a lot of that initial groundwork and building came from LeVar. A lot of the refinement later on came from Jermaine Jackson, and obviously that is through Spire and all of that stuff. So, you know, it's just a non-traditional path, but it's one that maybe everybody can't do, but it's definitely one that is accessible to a lot of people.
But if I'm GM and if I'm, you know, a high school guy or a coach or a father, I'm looking at the route these, because look at Luka. He's been pro since 14, and look where he is. Look at LaMelo. He went pro out of high school, went overseas and played a couple years. And so is this the new path that we're going to see younger talent?
That's what I'm saying, right? So then now you tie LaMelo into Luka, right? But there's a difference between Luka and LaMelo, because with Luka, it seems unobtainable, right? For the American athlete, when they talked about going to Lithuania, folks was like, Lithuania? What American? He gonna miss the prom to go play pro ball in Lithuania? And it's so crazy to me, because we do this thing with athletes all the time, where you'll have an athlete who will start rapping and people will be like, bro, you ain't even got time to be rapping. How you gonna do this? How you gonna be trying to be a pro in your game and you over here dropping an album in your free time? You should be in the gym. But then in America, when our young athletes decide, you know what, man, I just want to be a pro basketball player, I'm going to duck out and I'm just going to completely focus on that. We then go to, but what about the prom? What about your social life? What about all of the things you're going, despite the fact that gymnasts do it, all throughout, golfers, all of these different other sports that are not predominantly, y'all know what I'm gonna say, and they do it all of the time, but for some reason basketball and all of that stuff is frowned upon. But like I said, with a guy like Luka, who is international already, it just feels like, yo, we can praise that, because that's just going to help build those players to come over here. But what we're seeing from LaMelo is that now it's building our guys to want to go over there, and that's a scary thought. But now let's listen to Richard Jefferson takes it somewhere else.
Is 5 years old, and I've already thought about putting him in the IMG Academy. The IMG Academy, they only take players at 7. Like, this is like Juilliard. If you can play the piano at 7, you're off. And so,
and that's a vibe too, right? You're starting to see these schools and things that just strictly focus on, look, let's make you be an athlete. And I think that if what happens with LaMelo does not blow up the scene as far as sending guys across the water, then like he said, that's the other alternative, is that we're going to just put you in a school and then you're just going to strictly focus on sports, right? It's the same thing that there was a criticism about the Spire school, is that they were like, yo, it's just all basketball, like he's not really doing much over there anyway. But I think that this is the last point that I want to make, and when I say, and I know it comes off as a bit of a conspiracy theorist for me to be like, this is not a good look for the NBA, right? To have this kid be so good at this point, right? But it's, and this shows up to me, right? You look at the Rising Stars game, right? You see Richard Jefferson saying there's 10 to 12 guys who is box office enough that make you want to like jump in and go to a game. However, when they released the Rising Star roster saying like, yo, here's the 2021 Rising Stars who not even going to be an all-star, what we do is we show you Zion and Morant lead that. Okay. To me, if you're going to have that, you got to put your boy LaMelo on it, right? You look at this list here, Melo top of the list here, whatever, that's alphabetical. But here's another thing that happens. It's Rookie of the Month coming up, right? Rookie of the Month just announced for the month of February. And you see here, Tyrese Halliburton and LaMelo Ball named Kia NBA Rookies of the Month. Now, you say, but what does that matter? We talking headlines here. We talking search engine optimization, SEO, and all of that stuff. And anybody knows, ESPN, everybody knows that if you're going to write this headline, whose name goes first? The guy who is leading the race for Rookie of the Year. How do you go Halliburton, then LaMelo? I don't understand it. We go here. You look at this rookie ladder. So every couple weeks, they put out a new rookie ladder. And LaMelo Ball has legitimately started the season as a rookie, number one on the rookie ladder. Somehow, some way, James Wiseman, who was moved from the starting lineup to the bench in week 2, jumped LaMelo and became this year, and took the number 1 spot here on this one. Let me see if I can get it to on the second one here. So the first one here, down at the bottom, is LaMelo, number 1. James Wiseman jumps him. Then Halliburton moves to number 3. And now what I'm asking you to look at is the thumbnail here, right? You see this. It makes no sense why the guy who is at the number 1 spot is not consistently the guy who shows up in the picture. Halliburton rises here to, I believe, number 2, and then here falls back to number 3, and then rises up here to number 2 again. Quickly, they talk about Sadiq Bey, who surged into the top 10. Why would you not be promoting the guy who is the number 1 overall favorite for Rookie of the Year in every one of these posts about the rookie ladder? Now, what's so even more incriminating about this whole situation is if you really go in here and you look at how they describe LaMelo in these posts, this one here is chill, right? This is the Rookie of the Month just came out, and they have a coach from Portland really shedding some light on LaMelo and saying positive things. In every one of these other posts where they talk about LaMelo, it's some shade in it. Listen to this here. This is after, so Ball followed up a 34-point performance with Utah 21, and he got carried away, taunted Jazz veteran after, and says, kids, right? Hopefully the number 3 pick will focus more on getting pasted by Utah by a total of 39 points in 2 meetings. Shade. I'm hyped, so I'm throwing that all the way off, but y'all get it. So recently, Ball picked his all-time dream team, and then, wait for it, he picked himself. Please keep in mind, this is Ball's whoop 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 and these legends. And then he go all the way down here to then shade and say, plenty of work to do on defense, but that isn't slowing Ball's role, right? And this little snippet here of plenty of work to do on defense seems like not a lot of, like it's not that big to harp on, but I guarantee if you go to all of the other ones, like legitimately you do not get the same, you don't get the negative point outs like you get with LaMelo here. Also, so that's just some of the stuff that, man, I really wanted to touch on with y'all. And like I said, man, it is the changing of the guard is happening, man. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out with the rest of the season and how the NBA and the media begins to handle LaMelo Ball and his success, because like I'm telling y'all, the more and more he hoops and does well, the more and more opportunity it is for them to be promoting a different pathway to the NBA. And I'm telling y'all that is not what they want to do right now. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of work this situation. But it's your main man, AB the Hero. I'm out.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.
There it is.